Wow. Wow, guys. What a night. AEW presented their holiday bash, and man, was it a fantastic show. Tony Khan promised a night of amazing action and a night of surprises. And I have to say, Tony Khan, he delivered on all of those promises. We had an amazing six-man tag main event. We had the TBS Championship Tournament semifinals, having an amazing match between Ruby Soho and Nyla Rose, and an AEW World Championship rematch is set. But since Nate right now is currently watching the product, I will not announce when until he gets there. It was an amazing night. It was an amazing just night of action. And we had a very beautiful package for the one, the only Owen Hart, which was later on in the program. So, Nate, you will be able to watch that when you can. But it's in honor of the Owen Hart tournament. We got all of this to talk about and much more right here on this episode of Outside the Brand. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is episode number 113. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. God, I miss JR saying that every single time. But it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for your AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash review right here on the podcast. It is currently December 22nd, 2021. I am your host, Phil, and this is Outside the Brand. I am joined by my good friend, my good old buddy and pal here, Nate. Loff will be here in just a little bit. Here in my notes, I was asking how was everybody's experience watching Holiday Bash, but you're currently watching the product, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the Ruby Soho and Nyla Rose match. I would have been on there sooner, but my batteries died in my remote, so I gotta go and try and find some more batteries soon. But yeah, I'm watching it right now. I missed it, so
it's a great show, man. It's a great show. Tonight we had an amazing debut that has so much scenarios and possibilities behind it. Kyle O'Reilly is officially all elite. Not that it is a big debut, don't get me wrong. It is a big debut, don't get me wrong. But I have to admit, it was not all that surprising. I kind of feel like we all knew that he was going to be here at some point, right?
Yes, sir.
It was just a matter of time and when they were actually going to be able to do it. Tony Khan has promised a ton of things over the course of the next few weeks. Surprise returns, surprise debuts, all over the course of the 3 weeks that we have here. Last week was AEW Dynamite's Winter is Coming event. Tonight was AEW Holiday Bash. And next week, it's going to be AEW's New Year's Smash event. And also the week after that, January 5th, is the first ever show for AEW Dynamite on TBS. So he said over the next 4 weeks, we're going to have a lot of surprises, and I cannot wait for it. I really can't. Should be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
So, Kyle O'Reilly came in to the ring, attacked Orange Cassidy, and it was all thanks to a Bobby Fish distraction. Bobby Fish ran down to the ring, distracted the referee, and Kyle O'Reilly just shows up in the ring behind Orange and hits a vicious attack. And with that, it helped his good old pal, Adam Cole, baby, with the 1, 2, 3. It was a very special moment, and now the entirety of Undisputed Era are here in AEW. Man, I was looking on Twitter, and even though Twitter is a cesspool of hatred and just absolute negativity, there was one picture that caught my eye. It was Squidward looking outside his window to SpongeBob and Patrick just running around having a good old time. Roderick Strong, man, he's having his brethren and Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole have all this great fun in AEW. Roderick Strong is just stuck there with Diamond Mine. So it sucks. But the thing is, I mean, we don't even know where Roderick Strong's contract even starts. I'm not even like trying to make anything of a situation here. But man, Roderick Strong, I feel so bad for that guy. You know, just seeing all his good friends, man, it's tough. It really is.
I was say not really. He's about to fight in a unification title match soon. So
no, I mean he's gonna have 2 titles, or Carmelo Hayes is gonna have 2 titles. But I mean, just seeing his brethren be together and all that. But hey, it happens, and you know what? Like I said, we don't even know the contract status of Roderick Strong, so we don't even know if that could even be a possibility. If it was a possibility, holy shit. Like, bro, that's just way too overpowered. Seeing the entire Undisputed Era in AEW, but nah. But the thing is, though, really, and in the grand scheme of things, Roderick Strong wasn't even really a full-fledged member of the Undisputed Era. The real members of the Undisputed Era were Kyle, Bobby, and Adam, of course. Roderick Strong was just added in after a War Games match that happened a couple of years ago. But yeah, tonight was a great show. It was just an amazing night of action. We got more to discuss here on the podcast with, we had an amazing 6-man tag in the main event. We had that TBS Championship tournament. We also had a very beautiful video package for Owen Hart and the Owen Hart tournament that is going to be taking place in 2022. What were your thoughts on the Owen Hart tournament being announced? Because it was announced a couple of weeks ago, but when you see that video package, man, it's gonna tug at your heartstrings, because it definitely tugged on mine.
I like that they're actually honoring Owen Hart. Like, the thing that I like about AEW is that, like, when they honor somebody, they go like 100% with that stuff.
Yep.
Not like WWE, where like someone passes away and the only way that they honor them is with like a little card that says in honor of such and such, and then it goes directly into the program. Like, AEW actually, thinks it out and comes up with video packages or something else that's like thoughtful and in order to honor somebody. I like that a lot. So once I actually get to it, then I'll see what happens. But I like that they're actually doing, some type of tournament to honor, someone late great. So
we got a lot more to discuss on this show. When Slav gets in here, we will. We'll get to the review regardless, and we'll just fill off in when he does eventually get here. But I want to thank you guys for so much for joining us here tonight on the pod. It is currently 11 o'clock at night right now on my end. So I just want to let you guys know that we are still going to be here. If we can get this stream to 12 likes. I usually say 10, but let's do 12, considering it's a holiday bash and it's a holiday season. And if we can get it to there, that would be greatly appreciated. Also,
I can do it.
if we can continue to support the channel in any way you can by clicking that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 500 subscribers. Also by clicking on the bell to all notifications, that way you never miss when we go live. If you miss anything on the channel over the past week or over this week's of content, you guys can go check that out. It's all on the homepage for you guys to enjoy. We have our Monday Night Raw review and our discussion on the Prime not AEW. Prime AEWs right now. Prime Impact Wrestling discussion with myself and Laf. It was an amazing conversation between he and I. We found out that R-Truth single-handedly destroyed Sting and Kurt Angle in a matter of 5.5 minutes. If you guys don't know about that, you guys can either watch that. Stream, or you can go to my TikTok and you can find the video on that. Because R-Truth single-handedly took down Sting and Kurt Angle. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, you got all of that discussion right there for you guys to enjoy. Speaking of social media, you guys can follow us there. Going down in the description below, you can follow all of our TikToks. Those are all linked down there below. And as a special bonus, I wish Laf was here, but hey, he'll be here soon. We have a very special link for you guys so that you guys can go check out any of the music that Laf and Bash have produced. All of that is down in the playlist below. And as another special treat, they also released an album for you guys to enjoy this holiday season. And you guys can go check that out on all music streaming platforms for you guys to enjoy. And if you're ever inclined to do so, go on there and tell Laf and Bash what you really think about these songs. Because I have to say, man, they're banging. There's some good old songs over there. And yeah, so without further ado, I think it's time to discuss this awesome show that we witnessed tonight, known as AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash 2021. Let's get right into it,
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Oh, thank you, Aiden, for the previous episode link right there on the chat. Yes, Aiden. R-Truth soloed Sting and Perk Angle. Insane. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. That's it. That's all it took for R-Truth to take down those two absolute legends of the square circle. Whew. Man, that's just you can talk about that for 2.5 hours just alone. That incredible stat right there. R-Truth soloing Sting and Kurt Angle, insane. But yeah, let's get right into AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash show. We kick things off. Orange Cassidy taking on Adam Cole. Bay. Great match. Just a great match. First, my TV was trying to fuck up. It was saying, yeah, nah, Phil, you ain't watching Holiday Bash today. I had to unplug my box, reconfigure some things, and then plug it back into my TV. Then I was able to watch it, so. My TV is saying, yeah, nah, Phil, you ain't watching the show tonight.
Yeah, your TV was bugging.
Yeah, but luckily I was able to see pretty much the majority of the match. I only missed like maybe 2 minutes of the match. And we had it was just a very good, solid match between two amazing professional wrestlers. Cole missed the boom at one point, but then Cassidy hits a beach break, covers for a 2 count. Cole then rolls out of the ring as Cassidy sets up for the orange punch. Bobby Fish runs down and gets in the face of the referee. Kyle O'Reilly comes up out of nowhere and hits Cassidy from behind. Then Cole hits the boom for the 1, 2, 3. We talked about it at the top of the show, but Kyle O'Reilly is AEW bound and he is now All Elite. Woo!
Yes, sir. The UE
Yes.
is back together again. I'm so happy, man.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Kyle O'Reilly then attacks Cassidy after the bell, and Cole stops him from attacking Cassidy. We all thought, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? But then all of a sudden, best friends run down to the ring, and then all of a sudden it's Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole teaming up with each other, and they take down the best friends. Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly dominate the best friends, and they run for the hills. The crowd is chanting "Undisputed" at this point. The Young Bucks came out to the ring, and they just looked surprised. Cole looks torn between the two groups here. Is he going to side with the Bucks, or is he going to side with his friends Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish? Cole leaves with Fish and O'Reilly, leaving the Bucks high and dry. That, I'm telling you right now, that is going to be very interesting to monitor, and I cannot wait to see where they go from there.
Yeah,
the fact that he left with O'Reilly and Fish, oh my god.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, well, before we hopped on the pod, Phil, I believe that out of nowhere, Kenny Omega is going to arrive soon, and we're going to have a feud between Adam Cole, Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and it's going to be lit. It's going to be so dope. I can't wait for it.
Oh, there's so much possibilities that could go on from this, and man, I'm just gonna sit back and watch it unfold. I'm just gonna enjoy every second of it, dude. Because that's all you can do. You shouldn't try to like predict what's gonna happen or anything like that. You just sit back, relax, and enjoy a phenomenal show. Man, I can't wait for this shit to happen. Holy crap. So we come back from commercial break at this time. Young Bucks versus Red Dragon, Aiden. Give that to me right now. So we come back from a commercial break as we saw a recap of the 60-minute time limit draw from last week between Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson. Tony Schiavone is in the ring, and Schiavone introduces the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page. Page says that after 60 minutes, he was handed back the AEW World title, and he walked to the back. And in his 3 years, he has never felt less of a champion. The only feeling he had was disappointment. Bryan Danielson then comes out and he says, "You entitled millennial cowboy, you still have the AEW World Championship, and he is the one disappointed." He was saying, "Poor cowboy this, poor cowboy that. The AEW fans should be the ones that are disappointed. I kicked your ass for 60 minutes, and I should be the AEW World Champion." He won't cry about his feelings. He won't tell us how he is, how he should feel like this way or he should feel like that way. But what he will do is he'll kick Page's ass in the rematch because he won't be wrestling in front of these idiots tonight or weeks up until January 5th. If Page stalls for 60 minutes, will end up in the same position with the rival champion without a championship. Danielson proposes on January 5th that they will have judges for the match so that they can have him, so that it can be an easy fight, and they can proclaim Bryan Danielson as the rightful AEW World Champion. Page says he thought a bunch of stipulations, as last week Danielson did something nobody else could ever do, take him for 60 minutes. If he had 3 more seconds, he would have drowned Danielson. Page accepts the judges. Danielson better pay in advance because he will not earn that title. He has come way too far for this, and he has spilled all his blood and guts for all of this. And this is for some old prick to tell him he's not a champion. He tells him that he's a B-plus player. There you go for that. B-plus player. And if you are asking Page if he can beat Danielson in less than 60 minutes, the answer is yes. Now, he didn't obviously do the yes fingers and all that, but he did say yes. Just another great segment between these two. I thought Danielson was going to be done and over with, but I'm glad that we get a rematch for this. And at the end of the day, whether it's going to be for another 60 minutes or whether it's going to be half that time or what have you, at the end of the day, January 5th for the AEW World Championship, the first ever show on TBS, we all know it's going to be great. So I cannot wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for their rematch. We saw how the first match went to a complete draw, 60 minutes, and I can already imagine what the rematch is going to be like. So I can't wait. I already know that the rematch is going to be dope, so I'm looking forward to it.
MJF and the Pinnacle are backstage next, and MJF says that Spears has been a great accountability buddy. That's the goddamn word. It's been a great accountability buddy. MJF says that he paid Wardlow a lot to protect him, and he has not done that for a little bit. MJF says that Punk drives him insane, and the three of us are family. Punk knows nothing about family. You won't be able to coexist with Sting and Darby Allin. The fact that Punk is rusty and has this fake nice guy act on him is falling quicker than Sting's face paint. I love MJF. MJF is so great. Dax Harwood says that. Yeah, Dax Harwood says that they never had a problem with Punk, but up until now, they are a family, and when you are the Pinnacle, you are always on top. Pause. Dax, come on now, buddy. We returned from commercial break, and Nate, we had a very, very short match as Wardlow took on Captain Shawn Dean. So quick that he overpowers Dean, hits a powerbomb, crowd chants one more time. Wardlow then hits another powerbomb, and then a third. And then he hits another powerbomb. So you have 4 power bombs in this match, puts 1 foot on Dean's chest for the cover. 1, 2, 3. 4 power bombs, and that's it. And now he's on an 18-match win streak. Yep. You don't want to mess with Wardlow, man. He's just gonna powerbomb the fuck out of you and then go home.
Man, what was it like? When are they when are they gonna have Wardlow fight actual talent instead of these local guys?
I don't know, dude. Like I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Wardlow look really dominant so that when he does turn on MJF, and trust me, it will happen. So that when he does turn on MJF, it'll be like, oh my gosh, this guy's an absolute unstoppable monster. How could MJF defeat this?
Right. Yeah.
Even though MJF can defeat this, I think we've seen it at one. We haven't seen it at one point, but I don't think Wardlow would be the one to beat MJF. So I don't know. This is going to be a very, very interesting situation when Wardlow does finally take out MJF.
Yeah, I slowly see it too. Like with the local talent, they're slowly building them up for something. Like you said, Phil, it could be Wardlow leaving MJF soon, which we all know that's going to happen soon. Or I just thought of a random match in my head that I wouldn't mind seeing: Wardlow versus Miro. That would be a good match. So I don't know why it just popped in my head, but I was thinking, I'm like, who's another like big strong dude in AEW? And Miro was the first one that popped in my head. So I'm like, I could see them fighting each other down the line.
If he was definitely TNT champion, I definitely would see that.
Yeah.
Shawn Spears then attacked Shawn Dean with a steel chair after the match, and Shawn tells Wardlow to leave with him. We had a video package for the upcoming Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes Christmas Day Rampage TNT Championship match. That match is going to happen, and I'm telling you guys right now, you guys better not be shocked or mad if Cody Rhodes somehow defeats Sammy Guevara for that title. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger, but if he beats Sammy Guevara, it's not my fault.
Exactly.
It's not my fault.
Hey. Well, we didn't do anything.
It's not my fault. Do I want Cody to get his ass kicked? Yes. But the way, if you want to give him some real heel heat, you have him beat Sammy Guevara for that title.
Right.
And trust me, I'm not condoning it. Trust me, I'm not condoning it, Aiden. I see you booing me in the chat. I'm not condoning it, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be out of the realm of possibility. Where are you at right now on Dynamite, man?
I just passed the Malakai Black match.
Okay. So you saw Dan Lambert already.
Yep.
Dan Lambert's in the crowd. He talks about Shakespeare. He doesn't expect people to understand most people have problems. Most people's your problem will be the weather to turn off. Will be whether to turn off the light in their mom's bedroom. He runs the most successful gym on the planet. Scorpio Sky was the company's first ever AEW Tag Team Champion. Ethan Page has won more than anybody since he got here, and yet they will be on the sidelines while Cody gets another championship opportunity. Tony Khan, man, has put them in a hopeless position, and Tony has asked him to get them to cheer for Cody Rhodes. We all know that's not going to happen. Nobody's cheering Cody Rhodes right now. Cody Rhodes is a bigger dick than he is, says Dan Lambert. He doesn't give a damn who they cheer or who they boo. His only concern is that Sky or Paige become the next AEW TNT champion. Dan Lambert's a fucking genius. I love Dan Lambert. I love everything that he stands for. I love everything that he says. The man says Cody Rhodes is a bigger dick than he is. I'm happy. I'm happy with him. I really am. I love Dan Lambert and Men of the Year. They're so good. So good.
Dan Lambert is like with interacting with the fans, Dan Lambert is he's like MJF with interacting with the fans and like crapping on the fans. Is like, man, like he's annoying at sometimes, but like you said, Phil, you have no choice but to like what he does and like what he says, because like he's a goat, bro. He's a goat. Like he be spitting facts and stuff, man. Like I don't, man. It's it's crazy. It's crazy.
They're just so good. And the thing is, I'm telling you right now, if they added a third person to this kind of like group that they have, like, I'm telling you guys right now, I understand those trios championships are coming soon. I'm not saying that those guys should be the first ever trios champion, but man, if you add a third person to that, you can totally make a case to have them be a trios champion at some point. Who would that be though as a third person? Who knows? But man, like, I would not mind Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and that third person, whoever that would maybe be a trios champion in this company.
Yeah. I slowly see something, speaking of like the trios champions, I slowly noticed something too. Is that AEW is randomly putting together a whole bunch of different trios matches. So I guess they're building up for that type of thing with the trios championships, because I just noticed it. Because I'm on the MJF match now, and this is a trios match. Then they just promoted I think 2 other trios matches for the New Year's Smash.
Yeah.
So I think they're getting ready for that trios championship type thing.
They're definitely getting ready for it, because the thing is, we have so many trios matches, 8-man tag matches, 10-man tag matches. It's gonna give these types of matches some meaning behind them. Like, I love Rampage last week, on Friday rather. It was a good show, but when it comes to an 8-man tag or a 10-man tag, without those trios championships, it kind of just there, but with a trios championship being here at some point in the future, it'll give those championships and it'll give those kind of matches a meaning. So I can't wait for it to happen. And I'm telling you right now, you have a tournament for those trios championships. You don't just say, hey, we're just gonna have these 2 teams go at it at the pay-per-view for it. You have to have a trios championship tournament.
Right. It's only right. I'm about to say, especially if they're making up different trios matches now. So you gotta throw in like a mini tournament
And you can fill in a lot of spots for them.
Yeah,
there are so many trios guys here. we just got added a trio tonight, and
right.
Kyle, Bobby, and Adam. So, and then you got Kenny when he comes back with the Young Bucks, and then you have Best Friends with Orange Cassidy and the actual team of Best Friends. You got
Private Party.
You got Jurassic Express.
Yeah, Jurassic Express with Christian.
You got so much. Like, you got so much to do. And, I mean, you can do 3 members of the Dark Order or something of that nature, too. So there are so many people that you can do for the Trio Championship, and that's the thing. People say, oh, my gosh, there's way too many tag teams or way too many trios in AEW. Well, thing is, once we actually have like championships that can actually be involved around those kind of trios, it's not going to feel like much, because then you're actually going to have championships and you're going to give meaning behind those type of matchups. So it's only going to work. It's only going to benefit them when that happens.
Right.
So up next, I freaking loved this segment, dude. It was Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker's Christmas celebration. Tony Schiavone is backstage with the doctor, Britt Baker, DMD, and Baker wishes everybody a Merry Christmas. At this point, Tony Schiavone, I'm pretending my car keys are what he had in his hand. He had mistletoe in his hand. He was about to lift it and on the top of Britt Baker's head, but Jamie Hayter slaps it out of his hands. You better not have Adam Cole see that shot, brother. You better not have Adam Cole see that. I was kind of a little triggered by it because she's my girlfriend too. So you need to figure something else out there. But yeah, like man, you need to figure something out there, bro. Don't have Adam Cole see that you tried to bring mistletoe for Britt Baker in that segment. So she will face Riho at Battle of the Belts on January 8th. And Schiavone mentioned that Riho has beaten her on Rampage. Riho has beaten her, and 2021 is going to be the era of DMD. She built her own throne. She built her own kingdom, and Riho should have stayed under the bottom rope at All Out. Riho is out of her league. When Britt Baker said that she was the pinnacle of this women's division and she built this division from the ground up, I said this on Twitter, and Nate, I believe you liked it. She is not lying. She was the first ever AEW woman to be signed here in this company. They trusted her. They gave her the reins. They gave her the championship, and she's been killing it every single week. And this is not just me being biased towards Britt Baker. This is legitimately the fact here that she has been absolutely phenomenal ever since holding that belt.
Yeah, most definitely. Ever since she got the belt, she's been beating every single person. Like, it's crazy. It seemed like they don't have nobody else for her to face, but now they got Riho, which is #1 contender now. So
they got Thunder. They'll have Thunder Rosa when that's all said and done. They got Jade, but Jade's probably going to be holding that TBS title.
Yeah, I was about to say Jade is probably going to hold that TBS title, so I don't think she's going to face Britt. So I was about to say
But they could
maybe,
at some point down the line.
yeah, they could. I was about to say they could like unify the titles, but I don't think they're gonna think right now because they
Yeah,
just So
they're just trying to establish this championship alone. So,
right, yeah. But yeah, Britt Baker been on a tear, and she's gonna continue that tear for a minute. Unless Riho beats her, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think she's letting go of that belt no time soon.
she better not lose it on January 8th. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, we come back from a commercial break, and this is where the Owen Hart video package came into play.
Yeah, I watched it.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. There's so much that you can say about the legacy of Owen Hart, and I think Adam Cole said it best in the final portion of that video package. Owen Hart's not only going to be memorized as one of the greats to ever do it inside the ring, but he's going to be remembered as a man that was a loving father, a loving husband, and at the end of the day, just an amazing human being. He is sorely missed, and I know he's looking down on AEW and this Owen Hart Cup tournament with the utmost respect and grace. I cannot wait to see who are going to be the first two holders of the Owen Cup because this is going to be a yearly thing. Tony Khan's already made it well known that it's going to be a yearly thing, and I cannot wait to see who's going to hold the Owen at AEW Double or Nothing in May. I believe that's when the finals take place. I know it happens at Double or Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, this was a super nice, heartfelt video package. I about to say, of course, it was really good because you had Mark Henry, you had Dustin Rhodes talk about him, and they wrestled with him back in the 90s. So, like the way that they were talking about him being family man, he loved his family, but he loved wrestling more. And like, of course, he's a Hart, and the Hearts was built around wrestling. So, but like with Owen, man, he seemed like he was something special. I kind of wish that I watched him a little bit more back in the day, which I probably might have to go back and watch some Owen Hart matches. But everything that everybody said on there, Matt Hardy, Dustin Rhodes, Mark Henry, Adam Cole, everybody said something heartfelt, and it was a great message from AEW honoring Owen Hart, and it was really nice. It was really nice. I like to see stuff like that. So.
And the thing is, Aiden has the right idea too. We shouldn't only be thanking Tony Khan for this. We should also be thanking Martha Hart and the rest of the Owen Hart Foundation for even allowing this to happen. Owen Hart's going to be memorized in the AEW video game. He's already confirmed. And this tournament is going to be happening every year. Every year around this time, around Double or Nothing, where the finals will take place. We will have a yearly holder of the Owen Hart Cup. And it's a beautiful thing. I can't thank Martha Hart enough because it takes a lot. After what happened with Owen Hart and everything that went down, it takes a lot of guts and heart to even trust someone to hold the legacy of their late great husband. And Martha felt that at the time It was all WWE's fault for the passing of him. And it takes a lot of guts and heart trusting in Tony Khan and the rest of AEW to really hold a standard to what this cup can be. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for the Hart family. It's going to be a good thing for the Hart Foundation, and it's going to be a good thing just to finally get it off your chest. I mean, holding all of that for years, and then finally having some kind of great way to memorize your husband in this kind of a tournament for both men and women. It's going to be a great thing. I can't thank them enough for this.
Yeah, same.
So we then moved on to the TBS Championship Tournament semifinals. Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho. It was a pretty good match. Thing is, it was just kind of too predictable. I mean, we knew Ruby Soho was probably going to get into the finals here, so we were all just kind of seeing how the match is going to play out. But hey, it wasn't that bad of a match. So Rose throws Soho into the turnbuckle, injured shoulder first. That was the story of the match heading into it. Ruby Soho had an injured shoulder. My bad. Soho then tries to fight back one-handed, and Soho gets a dragon sleeper onto Nyla Rose. Rose then appears to tap out, but was apparently just calling Vicky, and Soho then hits Vicky Guerrero. Rose then hits a beast bomb, covers for a 2 count. Very, very close 2 count. I thought that was it. And then Rose climbs to the top rope, going for that diving knee. But Soho then hits a no feature kick as Rose falls off the top rope. Cover 1, 2, 3. Ruby Soho advances to the finals of the TBS Championship Tournament. She is one step closer to becoming a champion here in AEW. And the thing is, telling you right now, I know Jade Cargill goes by that bitch show. Pretty much she goes by TBS. But you want to do the big match on January 5th, you do Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho. You just do it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I know people are going to say, nah, Phil, you're going to have to do Jade Cargill after everything that you put her through, with her being undefeated and everything. I'm telling you guys right now, losing to Thunder Rosa is not going to be a bad thing for Jade Cargill. It's not going to be a bad thing at all. She's already bulletproof at this point. You already know what she can do. She's been an amazing competitor here for over the year that she has been here in AEW. It's not going to be a bad thing if she loses to Thunder Rosa. I'm here for the big match and for the big moment. Ruby Soho beating Thunder Rosa for the title is going to be way bigger and way more special than her beating Jade Cargill. Or, listen, Jade Cargill's going to win this championship. I know that. I'm not an idiot. I know she's going to win this championship. But I don't know if she's just ready for that yet. And that's just me being me. I'm just trying to talk to you guys one-on-one and you guys in the chat. I don't know if she's ready for this yet. I really don't. She's only been in the company for a year. She still has a lot to learn. And we need to figure out where she can really fit into all of this. I really don't know. What are your thoughts on all of this? I know pretty much everybody's set for Jade Cargill to win the title, but I don't know. I just don't know yet.
So my thoughts on this is that, of course, we all think that Jade Cargill is going to be the champion. Personally, me, I want Thunder Rosa to win. I think that Thunder Rosa as champion.
To win that match or win the entire belt?
To win the entire tournament.
Okay.
Her beating Jade and her beating Ruby to be the TBS champion, it wouldn't be so bad. Like I said, you have Thunder Rosa as champion. Have her hold the title. I don't know how long, but just have her hold the title for a little bit, and then have, like, once Jade get her feet wet a little bit more, then have her be the champion. But we already know that Jade is the favorite to win the championship anyway. So other than that, that's it. But yeah, I would rather see Thunder Rosa as the TBS champion than Jay Cargill. But we already know the rumors and how it's going to go down. So we'll just have to wait and see. So
I mean, she goes by TBS. She goes by that bitch show, TBS. It only makes sense for her to actually do it. But I just feel like she has a lot more to learn than just already strapping a championship 1 year into her career here in AEW.
Yeah, she won Rookie of the Year, so that could be like a.
And that's also another thing, just to strap the rocket on her. But why not have Thunder Rosa face Britt at Revolution? That's the thing. That's the thing. I'd have Thunder Rosa and Ruby face off at the TBS show in 3 weeks. And then 2 weeks now. Yeah, 2 weeks. And you have Ruby Soho win the championship, having her first ever major championship on national TV. And then you can even have that be the case of Britt Baker costing Thunder Rosa the championship. And then there you go. You have your in right there for the storyline. Thunder Rosa, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, AEW World Championship match at Revolution. It just makes sense. That's the bigger match. And the thing is, you have an easy in for Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker at Revolution. That's how I was trying to get into it, and that's how I would see how things go down, and that's how I would book things at least. But it's up to Tony. It's up to TK. It's up to TK. But yeah, I could be on his payroll all I want, but at the end of the day, it's his decision. But yeah, up next, man. This match got a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought Malakai Black was going to have the Wardlow treatment. But no, Griff Garrison actually has some kind of offense in this. I mean, he didn't have a lot. Trust me. I mean, he did have a lot, but he did have some. After what he was saying in that promo last night, you had to at least give him some kind of offense, you know?
Right.
So he was fighting for the honor of Julia Hart. And Malakai Black said, "Nah, son. Nah. I'm gonna spit in her face with black mist again." That didn't happen. She wasn't here again, but trust me, when she does return, and the thing is, dude, I miss them. You know, because last night, well, on Saturday, they were actually at an independent wrestling show in Torrington. I missed it, but you want to know why I missed it? Because I missed it to go watch Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's the reason I missed it, man. You know.
He had a choice. He like,
I was trying to say, like, should I meet the Varsity Blondes and Julia Hart, or should I go see Spider-Man: No Way Home? I obviously chose Spidey, but yeah,
no, man.
But trust me, like, I'll meet Julia and I'll meet the Varsity Blondes at some point, but I had to go see Spider-Man. Malakai Black. Well, Garrison hits a rolling elbow, covers for a 2 count. Malakai then hits more low kicks and a high knee strike, and Black then has the ankle picked into a single leg Boston Crab, and Garrison taps out. Pillman then comes back inside the ring to check on Garrison, but Black then hits a black mass on Pillman Jr. He hits the Sin Eater and there you go. Malakai Black gets the win, as you all pretty much predicted, but it was a pretty damn good showcase for Garrison. I like Garrison a lot. I really do.
Yeah, watching the match, I'm like, okay, he's actually bringing some type of fight. And then as soon as I saw Malakai, I put him in the submission. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. Like you said, Phil, it was longer than expected, but we all knew that it was gonna be kind of quick. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, wait, Aiden, is that match confirmed? Are we legitimately getting that? Malakai Black versus Jungle Boy? Is that legitimately happening?
I was about to say, when would this happen? I was about to say,
is that happening?
I was about to say, was this happening on Rampage? Like, what's going on?
Nah. Malakai isn't going anywhere on Rampage. I
could have swore Jungle Boy was fighting. Who was it? I think it was Isaiah Cassidy.
Oh, it was a joke because Griff and the long hair, Jungle Boy. Okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, and if you really want to get a laugh out of that, Griff, Garrison, and Jungle Boy references, just look at anything from BTE when Brody Lee was alive. They tried to bring Jungle Boy to Brody Lee, but instead they brought Griff Garrison to Brody.
Yeah, so many jokes about that on TikTok.
So yeah. Up next we had Matt Hardy and the Private Party.
Yes, sir.
Matt Hardy and the Private Party. Okay. It's the Hardy family office, and Hardy says that Jurassic Express are the number one contenders. So on Rampage, Isaiah Cassidy will injure Jungle Boy, and they will become the new number one contenders. Then they cut to Jurassic Express with Christian, and Jungle Boy says that they are done with Private Party. They will be spitting out coal when it's all said and done. Cage then says Private Party won't get the number one contendership, but they can go to AEW shop and buy themselves a limited edition Christian Christmas t-shirt.
That was funny. That was funny.
Go to AEWshop.com now and order your Christmas shirts today. They have some amazing actual Christmas sweaters there too.
Yeah.
Those actually look pretty fire. Telling you right now, hey, my aunt, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but if you are, get me that Britt Baker one, please. Thank you so much. Love you. I'll see you in May in a couple of days. Actually, no, I'll see you probably not tomorrow, because Christmas Eve is tomorrow. I'll see you on Christmas Eve in 2 days. LOL, shameless plugs. Well, that's Christian for you. I mean, MJF then makes his entrance with FTR, and the Trios Championship is not championship. See, I want those titles so bad. It's gonna happen. They have their entrance, and then the lights cut out. Snow falls from the ground, and Sting makes his entrance. The snow falling and everything just for Sting. It's so good, bro. I never get enough of it. I never get enough of it. Ever since he debuted last year at Winter is Coming. Oh my god, I love the snow. I just think it adds such a cool dynamic to Sting. I was gonna miss the entire show.
CM Sting, what Aiden said.
Dude, did you see CM Punk's face paint?
I'm watching it right now. Like that, like bruh.
Did you see
like,
Sting's face paint?
Yeah, like that's dope. I like that with Sting coming out with the CM Punk like
With the CM Punk like
with the
on.
symbols on his face paint, and then he came out with the CM Punk shirt, and then CM Punk come out with the Stinger like the Stinger pants and the face. Like that's dope. I like that a lot, man. That's dope. Glock, my guy, what's up?
Glock Anderson's here. What's up? What's up? So yeah, they make their entrance. Cult of Personality hits, and CM Punk makes his entrance. CM Punk is wearing Surfer Sting face paint. So good, so good. This match is fantastic. This match started happening at around, I would say, like maybe 9:25. They gave this match a lot of time. I mean, I think the bell at least officially rung by like maybe 9:30, like 9:35, 9:40. So they gave this match a lot of time, as it should, because when you have Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk on one side, and then you got MJF and FTR on the other, this match deserves a lot of time. This is the first interaction between MJF and CM Punk, and you're going to have to give it a lot of time. I thought it was great.
Right. Sting is still a monster in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Bro.
Sting is still a monster in the ring. Bruh. It's amazing. It's amazing what these older guys in wrestling can still do. Like, it's crazy. Like him, Chris Jericho. Like, I'm not going to say Bobby Lashley, even though Bobby Lashley's like 45, 46. But, like, man, like these older guys in wrestling that can still go, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Like
I just saw him fly from the top rope, hit a cross body on freaking 3 dudes. Like, what?
Right? Obviously, our fantasy wrestling has not updated yet, because I got Cash Wheeler and he has 0 points. He was in the match.
Bro, I got freaking Dax Harwood and CM Punk, so I got points regardless.
I signed Cash Wheeler today because I'm like, listen, Lance Archer is not going to be featured on AEW anytime soon. I'll get him back if I ever need him. But
right.
I signed Cash Wheeler because nobody had him, so I was like, oh shit, he's actually on the show tonight, so I might as well pick him up. I'll get some extra cheesy points that way. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a fantasy wrestling website.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. You just draft your 8 guys and you just see what happens.
Yeah, it works for WWE, NXT, and AEW.
Pretty cool. We can actually, you know what, guys? If you want, I can probably edit the description as soon as this live goes up, and I can put that fantasy wrestling website for you guys down in the description, so you guys can even go check it out.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That needs to be an app. It's just a web browser for right now. I don't think it's an actual fantasy app, because if it was an app, everybody could just download the app and we can just do it together. But yeah, it's just a web browser for this point. But yeah, I'll definitely drop it down below, and you guys can go check it out for yourselves. Maybe at one point, because you can start the fantasy wrestling at any time, considering, well, wrestling does not have any fucking off days or off season or anything like that. So you can just start it at any time. You can end the season at any time. Maybe we can try to do something for OTB.
Right. I was thinking about that.
So yeah, and then we put that down for you guys, and we can possibly get that started. But yeah, great match as always. We'll pick it up from the final picture-in-picture. So Punk hits a crossbody off the top rope, covers for a 2 count. Punk then fights off both FTR, neckbreaker to Dax, cover for a 2 count. Punk then climbs to the top rope. Dax knocks him off, and Punk then hits Dax, fights Dax off, knocking him to the mat. Cash then tags in, and Dax hits a superplex. Cash then hits a splash, cover for a 2 count. Very beautiful spot. I loved every single second of that spot. Darby then takes out Cash with a crossbody, and Punk then with a roll-up cover for a 2 count. Punk then hits a roundhouse kick to Dax, and Punk and Dax trade forearms. Punk then gets the advantage, but FTR then hits a big rig. Dax then covers, but Sting breaks up the pinfall. That to me seemed a little bit out of whack. Did you see anything out of there?
You said out of what?
So when they hit the big rig, the Shattering Machine is what they call they call it the big rig now. Sting was just slowly getting into the ring at that point, and then obviously he was just waiting for Dax to do the cover so that he can break it up. But he was waiting a little bit. He was just trying to get into the ring slowly so that he can just break up the pin when he was finally going into the cover. It wasn't any of their fault. You're going at it for like a good 20 minutes. You're going to be fatigued. But yeah, he was just waiting a little bit of time to get into the ring so that they can break up the cover. I don't know if you saw that clearly, but that's what I saw from it.
Yeah, I noticed it.
He was just waiting a little bit, saying, "All right, come on, Dax, let's go. Get in there, get the cover, so I can break it up." But it wasn't anything too groundbreaking, unnoticeable. So Punk then got the. So here we go. Let me find this again. Punk then gets the advantage, but FTR then hits the big rig. Dax covers, but Sting breaks up the count. MJF then kicks Sting, hits a DDT, but Sting then pops right back up, and then Sting throws MJF outside the ring. MJF scarily lands right on the top of his head. That was fucking brutal. I don't know if that was Sting. I don't know if that was just MJF trying to control his body, but man, you landed right on the fucking top of your head. Don't injure yourself, MJF. Please, we are waiting for your singles match with CM Punk. We do not need an injury.
Right. I have you on my fantasy. I don't need you injured. You are carrying my team right now, MJF. Yeah, Glock.
Yes, Drop the Bell is the exact fantasy website we're talking about. So MJF scarily lands on the top of his head. And then Sting climbs to the top rope. And then he hits a crossbody. Like the man just chucks MJF over the top rope. He's like, I kind of want to kill myself too. Goes to the top rope, almost falls off, and then hits a crossbody. I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, Jesus. So he hits a crossbody, and then Punk hits a GTS. sets up a GTS, but Dax pushes MJF out of the way. And then Punk hits a GTS on Dax. Sting then hits a Scorpion Death Drop. Darby hits a Coffin Drop. And then gets the 1-2-3. CM Punk, Darby Allin, and Sting pick up the victory. Great stuff. Great main event. MJF then runs to the commentary booth and shouts at Punk, calling him a punk and a coward. Dynamite ends with Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk celebrating in the ring as the show fades to black and goes off the air. Such an amazing show. It really was. I can't thank Tony Khan enough for putting on these kind of amazing special kind of episodes of the show. Having a regular episode of AEW Dynamite is great, but then when you have an AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming, or an AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, or an AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash, or pretty much these special episodes of Dynamite, he stacks them, and man, such a good show. And every time they do these kind of like special episodes of Dynamite, it's always a good show no matter what. No matter what he does, phenomenal work every time.
Hey, to see him. Sting was wild tonight.
He was, and so was Sting. Normal Sting. Well, I think CM Sting is who you're referencing, or you could be CM Punk dressing as Sting. I don't know. Regardless, CM Punk and Sting, fucking fantastic tonight. There's nothing I can't really dispute on that. That's undisputed for you. There you go. Another UE reference. But yeah, amazing show. I can't thank Tony Khan enough for doing these kind of special episodes, because every time it's going to be great. And the thing is, we got another special episode next week as New Year's Smash happens again. And then AEW Dynamite TBS edition the following week. So they're just going to load up every single show. Why not, you know? It's going to be great. Jesus Christ, MJF is carrying your fucking team at 109 points. My God.
Hey, man, leave me alone.
Send him to me.
Send him to me. What's crazy is that, like, I noticed that I have a lot of people on my team that fight each other. So even though I'm getting points, I'm also losing points at the same time. So I'm like, because I had Orange Cassidy and he lost. Then I had freaking CM Punk, and then I had Dax Harwood. CM Punk won, Dax Harwood lost, MJF lost. So I'm like, yo.
Well, you don't lose points if you lose, I thought.
Yeah, it's 0 points, but you don't gain any points.
Yeah, you don't lose any points, but you don't gain any either.
Yeah. The website is called Drop the Belt, Aiden.
Yeah.
Drop the Belt. They
I'll put it down in the description when this live goes off the air. But
it's dope. They have free leagues too, so you could hop on there.
Yeah, this is all free. You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
Or we pretty much have a 5-man league. You have 8 superstars to draft. And then there's a free agency pool as well for pretty much the people that you did not draft or just were not able to. You can pick them up at any time. I picked up not Dax Hartwood, whatever one that you don't have. I picked up Cash. I picked up Cash Wheeler tonight, in place of Lance Archer, because Lance Archer just simply is not getting featured right now. So I just picked him up for him. Apparently, he still has 0 points, but that's just because the website just does not update. The guy does not update his shit, and I'm currently still at number 4. Actually, no, I'm number 5. I'm last in this goddamn thing. But that's because I built for the goddamn future with Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Pac, and Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa has been everywhere, and she still has 0 points from it. Like, that makes no sense. But then again, Dark does not count.
Yeah, we thought that Dark counted, but apparently it don't. So
that's kind of the whole point on why I drafted Thunder Rosa, because if she's on Dark pretty much every single week.
Right.
But nah, it doesn't count. So
yeah,
I'm just stuck here with 0.
Yeah, I'm thinking about trading for Leo Rush because he only got 4 points on my team, and that's a little bit of nothing. I need some people who's going.
I'll give you Thunder Rosa for MJF.
No. Nice try, Phil. Yeah, nah.
All right, well, how about Punk? No.
I was about to say MJ tried to get Punk. Nah. All right, man.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa will be traveling the multiverse, and she still won't get me points. Listen, I love her taco vlogs and everything, but she needs to show up on Dynamite and actually wrestle. I love her taco vlogs, though. Her taco vlogs are fantastic.
Man.
The taco vlog that she had with Tay Conti, oh my goodness. Yes. But yeah, listen. But that's it, guys. That's it for your AEW Dynamite tonight. We'll talk to you guys not tomorrow. It's Thursday. Unless WWE does something crazy tomorrow, we won't be here. But considering what Vince McMahon said on Monday Night Raw, considering that he loves to fire people, especially during the holidays, especially right before the holidays, we might see something tomorrow. So stay tuned. And it sucks to even say that. And the thing is, I'm not even joking when he said that. He legitimately said that on Monday Night Raw to Austin Theory, saying, "Oh yeah, I love firing people. I love firing people, especially close to the holidays. It makes my tummy feel all warm and cuddly because I just had a nice hot meal." Bro, who says that? Who says that you love firing people?
Like, I was sitting there live, and I was sitting there looking at the big screen when he said that, and I'm like, I looked at my friends. I'm like, did he really just say that on TV? Like, what?
Says he loves firing people.
I was so confused. I'm like, did he really just say, okay, all right then. All right, so I was like, well, Veer, who has been coming to Raw for, I don't know, about 2 months.
3 months.
Yeah, about 3 months now. He's not going to come to Raw. So
the stuff that he was writing on that little notepad that he has for the next names that he was going to fire on Thursday.
Man.
Our league is called Fantasy Gods, GAWDS, but once it's already set, it's already set. So you can't really
you can't join.
Say, hey, I want to join your league. It's already set.
Yeah, it's already set.
But yeah, I mean, you guys can make any leagues that you want. Heck, you guys can invite me and Nate to one if you guys would like. I mean, heck, I'd be totally down again. I just draft a better team this time and actually draft people that are actually going to be featured on the show.
Right now, that we know that Dark don't count.
Yeah, so Dark does not count. If you guys try to draft for Dark purposes, don't, because it does not count. That's why I picked Thunder Rosa, because she's on there every single week. But nah, it doesn't count. She got me 0 points. It's not her fault, though. Thunder Rosa's great.
I wonder if it's the same for WWE. Like, the live events don't count, but the actual shows do, Raw and SmackDown.
Well, I wouldn't think the live shows count, because the thing is, like, live events, we don't know what happens at live events.
Right.
I mean, like
main event, 205 Live, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, main event, I don't even know if Superstars is still a thing, but main event and stuff like that, I don't think that would count. I don't even think main event's a thing. Is main event still a thing?
Yeah, main event is still a thing.
Holy crap. What are they doing? Is Superstar still a thing then?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Wait, let me take a look. That's gonna bother me now, guys. We're pretty much done with AEW at this point.
Yeah, we're done. I was about to say, well, I know I wasn't here for the Monday review, but I will say one thing. So the match that they had at the end of Monday Night Raw, after Raw went off the air, that match was better than the whole show. And it was like, bro, and it was Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch in a triple threat match after Raw. That match was better than the whole show. But the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome" and everything, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Yeah,
Superstars is no longer a thing. Superstars ended on November 25th, 2016.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not a thing anymore. But main event's still a thing. Main event and 205 Live are the two shows now. Oh, that's right. 205 Live is still a thing.
Yep, 205 Live is still.
When 205 Live only has 5 active people on their goddamn roster.
I was about to say it's probably going to be over once they unify the titles. At least that's what I'm hoping.
They put women on 205 Live now because they don't have enough people for the roster. I think Electra Lopez was on an episode of 205 Live recently.
Yeah, Lash Legend was on there too.
Lash Legend, yeah. So I mean, they just try their best, but 205 Live is dead.
205 Live is basically Superstars at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Karrion Kross made his debut on main event before actually going to Monday Night Raw, and now look at where it was. But yeah, that's it, guys. They had Zion Quinn there. They had Joe Gacy on there. Joe Gacy's not 205 pounds or under. I'm sorry. Man. That's and not even trying to say anything bad about the man, but he's just not 205 pounds or under. He's just not. You can clearly tell. And so isn't Zion. Zion's not 205 pounds or under.
Right.
But yeah, it's a dying brand. And the thing is, Drake Maverick's not even the general manager of that brand anymore. There's no general manager of that brand. It's just there. It exists. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Outside the Brand, episode of 113, AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash full show review is on the books. We are officially tapping out. And do you have anything else to say before we get out of here? Sorry, first of all, before you say anything, sorry to cut you off, but sorry guys, Lop was just not here. He said he was going to be here, not here. Something must have came up.
He's active.
His computer is always fucking up anyway.
Yeah, he's active in our group chat right now. I should hit him up.
Yo, where the fuck you at? Hold on, 1 second. You can talk. I'll be right there.
Thank you guys for joining the podcast as always. Yeah, pretty much it. Your boy hit 9K on TikTok, almost to that 10K mark. So if you guys can help me get to that 10K mark, I'll be grateful for that. He is calling my man's right now. It looks like. Oh man, but anyway, man, help me get to 10K. Appreciate that. Sorry guys that I haven't been doing the lives. I told y'all the situation and stuff. I know y'all miss me doing the lives. Phil is cussing out Loft right now. But anyway, man. Oh yeah, if y'all haven't already, go listen to Loft and Batch's new album. The Christmas album is available on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all of that. Go listen to that Christmas album. It is all the songs on there are bangers, man. It is Nate approved as always, and yeah, I'm proud of my guys. They're working hard. They're doing other stuff besides YouTube, TikTok, stuff like that. They're creating music. They're using their creativity to do different other stuff, and I like to see when my brothers and sisters, friends, everybody succeeds. So go check them out. I'll appreciate it. I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate it too. And yeah, man, Nate approved. Boom.
Boom. I just left a very lengthy voice message for Loft in our group chat. He better have watched the show tonight. If he did not even watch the show, he better be watching on Saturday for Hook's second match ever. Dude, I'm watching Rampage just for that alone on Saturday.
You said what time does it come on?
Saturday, 10 o'clock, same time as Rampage usually is. It's just on a Saturday. Because apparently on Friday, TNT is just doing their they're just showing Christmas movies all day and night long.
Oh yeah, TBS shows Christmas Story like 24 hours.
Yeah, TNT shows a Christmas Story 24 hours during the day.
Yep.
And how many times do people see a Christmas Story before Christmas even begins? It's legitimately insane. But they do it for 24 hours. That's why you have to preempt it to Saturday.
I was say, me and my family watch it every single year for 24 hours, like nothing else. At least, like the good thing about this Christmas is that both of our Wisconsin teams are playing games. We got the Bucks against the Celtics on Christmas Day, and then we got the Packers playing the Browns. So I get to watch sports on Christmas. So I'm happy. So yeah.
Yeah, Ravens don't have that luxury. Ravens never have that luxury on Christmas. They're just like, the Baltimore Ravens suck. We are not going to have that.
Oh, man.
The Baltimore Ravens can have a 17-0 record, and they're still not going to get the recognition that they deserve. And I say 17-0, we're not even 17 weeks into the season yet. Like, they could legitimately have an undefeated record, and they still say, Ravens still suck. But yeah, guys, that's it. We'll talk to you guys on Friday for SmackDown. Only SmackDown. That's actually probably only going to be the first ever time that we're only going to have a SmackDown review for you guys on Friday.
I'm about to say it's going to be a 20-minute pod.
Probably. Listen. I don't even care if I have to come on here myself for just myself doing a SmackDown review, because at the end of the day, we'll see. If we do a SmackDown review, I'll let you guys know on TikTok. If we don't do a SmackDown review, I'll still let you guys know on TikTok or on any other social media platform that you have us on. It's a crazy time. Christmas should definitely be spent with your family, whether you can be doing that this year or not when it comes to the whole CV-19 kind of shit. It should still be time to spend with your family, your friends, and all that. We'd love to spend time with each other on Christmas, but like I said, we all have lives here, and we just try our best. So we will definitely keep you guys updated on that when we have that luxury to do so. See, listen right here, Elizabeth, you're my girl. Listen, Nate, look at that shit. Elizabeth is my girl. She's a Baltimore Raven fan. I like her already. I have not seen you in the chat before, but if you're new here to the OTB fam, welcome. If you're already a Baltimore Raven fan, you're already a fan. You're already a GOAT in our book. Please. Thank you so much for being here. We will talk to you guys on Friday, maybe. And with all that being said, we'll talk to you guys when we can. Peace out. Have a good night. Like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful things. And we'll talk to you in the next episode of Outside the Brand, whenever that may be. And that is Undisputed. Shit. Oh. Wait, I forget that it's different. No, shit. Nope.
No.
E, U, there we
go. There you go.
God dang it. It's this, it's flipped. It's flipped. So I'm doing it the right way, but it's not showing it that way. Whatever. You guys understand that. And that is Undisputed. It's the same thing. Boom. Done. There we go. Undisputed. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.